Welcome, dear traveler, to this sanctuary of silence, this haven of timeless wisdom, where the world outside fades away, dissolving into the soft, rhythmic drumming of the rain. Close your eyes now gently, slowly, letting the heavy lids drift down like the velvet curtains of an ancient theater, shutting out the light, shutting out the noise, shutting out the day that has passed. You are here now, safe within the warm, embracing walls of the ancient library, a place where time moves slowly, sluggishly, like thick honey dripping from a spoon, sweet and golden and endlessly calm. Take a deep breath in, breathing in the scent of old paper of vanilla and almond of leather bindings and polished wood, a scent that is grounding, soothing, comforting and familiar. And as you breathe out, let a long, slow sigh escape your lips, releasing the tension, releasing the worry, releasing everything that is not this moment, not this peace, not this quietude. Listen to the rain, the endless weeping rain tapping softly, gently, rhythmically against the tall stained glass windows, a lullaby of water and glass that separates you from the chaos of the world. It is a barrier of sound, a cocoon of white noise that wraps around you, holding you close, holding you safe, holding you in a state of deep, profound relaxation. The rain falls steadily, washing away the stress, washing away the thoughts, washing away the need to be anywhere else but here in this deep leather armchair surrounded by the silent sleeping books. Imagine the rain shimmering and falling in the darkness outside, millions of tiny drops dancing and drifting through the night sky, landing softly on the roof, on the leaves, on the cobblestones, creating a symphony of hush, a symphony of peace that vibrates through the air and settles deep into your bones. Feel the weight of your body sinking down, sinking deeper, sinking further into the softness of the chair, supported, held, cradled by the cushions that conform to your shape. Your head rests back heavy and loose, your neck muscles uncoiling, unwinding, lengthening, like a scroll being unrolled after centuries of being tightly wound. Let the relaxation flow down from the top of your head, a warm golden liquid light pouring slowly, lazily over your forehead, smoothing out the lines, smoothing out the furrows, smoothing out the thoughts that try to cling to your mind. Let them go, let them drift away like dust motes floating in a sunbeam, aimless, weightless, meaningless, in the grand, vast silence of this room. Your face is soft, expressionless, your jaw loose, your tongue resting gently on the floor of your mouth. Silent, still, quiet. The sound of the rain outside is a constant companion, the steady heartbeat of the night, pattering, tapping, drumming, whispering secrets to the glass. It is a sound that invites you to go inward, to journey down into the depths of your own stillness, to explore the quiet library of your mind. Your shoulders drop down further and further away from your ears, releasing the burdens you have carried, dropping the heavy bags of responsibility, leaving them at the door, leaving them out in the rain. Here in this room you have no tasks, no deadlines, no expectations. You are simply a being of breath and awareness, floating in the amber glow of the fireplace, drifting on the sea of tranquility. The warmth from the hearth radiates outward, touching your skin, warming your arms, your hands, your fingers, which curl loosely, softly, resting on the arms of the chair, open and empty, ready to receive nothing but rest. Breathe in the quiet, breathe in the stillness, breathe in the ancient peace that permeates this space. The air is cool and crisp, yet warmed by the fire, a perfect balance that lulls you deeper, deeper, deeper into a state of trance. Your chest rises and falls, a slow, gentle tide, moving in harmony with the universe, moving in harmony with the rain. With every exhale, you sink more profoundly into the chair, feeling the heaviness in your hips, your thighs, your knees. The relaxation flows like a slow-moving river, winding its way down your legs, soothing the muscles, soothing the bones, soothing the very marrow of your being. Your legs feel heavy, leaden, comfortable, rooted to the earth, grounded in this moment of absolute safety. Listen to the faint, distant sounds of the library settling for the night. The soft creak of wood as it cools, the gentle rustle of a page, turning in the draft, the crackle and pop of the firewood, burning low and steady. These are the sounds of safety, the sounds of home, the sounds of a place that has stood for centuries, watching, waiting, guarding the sleep of those who seek refuge within its walls. You are one of the chosen ones, one of the travelers who has found the key to this hidden room, and you are welcome here. You are cherished here. You are protected here. The shadows in the corners are soft and velvety, stretching out, reaching out to tuck you in, to wrap you in a blanket of darkness that is not scary but comforting, like a mother's embrace. Allow your mind to drift, to wander, to float freely without direction, without purpose. You are like a leaf floating on a calm, dark lake, moved only by the gentle ripples of the water carried along by the slow, imperceptible current. There is no need to steer, no need to paddle, no need to struggle. Just surrender, just let go, just be. The rain continues its song, a timeless melody that has been sung since the beginning of the world. A song of water and earth, of sky and stone. It speaks to something deep inside you, something primal and ancient, reminding you that it is time to rest, time to sleep, time to shut down the machinery of the waking mind. Feel the relaxation reaching your ankles, your feet, your toes. Every muscle, every fiber, every cell in your body is now completely at rest, completely at ease, completely still. You are a statue of peace, a monument to tranquility, resting in the heart of the ancient library. The shelves around you rise up tall and majestic, filled with the wisdom of ages, filled with stories that are sleeping, filled with words that have turned into silence. They stand guard over you, a silent army of protectors, ensuring that your rest is undisturbed, ensuring that your dreams are sweet and deep. You are safe. You are warm. You are loved. The firelight dances on the ceiling, casting flickering shadows that weave and wave, hypnotic and mesmerizing. Watch the dance of the light, the way it brightens and dims, the way it moves and shifts, like a living spirit of comfort. Your eyes are too heavy to open now, too heavy to focus, and so you watch with your inner eye, seeing the golden glow, feeling the warmth, sensing the presence of the fire. It is the heart of the room, the center of the warmth, burning, slowly burning, steadily burning, just for you. And as the fire burns, it burns away the last remnants of tension, the last remnants of stress, leaving you pure, leaving you empty, leaving you ready for the journey into the deep, dark velvet night. The rain intensifies slightly, a gentle swell in the symphony, a crescendo of comfort that washes over the building, sealing you in even tighter. It creates a rhythm that your heart begins to match, slow, steady, calm. Thump, 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 thump. The beat of life, the beat of rest. You are drifting further away from the shore of wakefulness, pushing off into the vast, dark ocean of sleep. The boat of your consciousness is unmoored, untethered, floating free, drifting into the mist, drifting into the fog, drifting into the beautiful, silent unknown. As you settle deeper into the velvet embrace of relaxation, let your inner eye slowly, gently open to the magnificent, silent grandeur of this ancient sanctuary. The library reveals itself to you, not all at once, but in soft, shimmering waves of amber light and deep, comforting shadow. It is a room built of time and silence, a cathedral of knowledge, where the walls are lined with the sleeping souls of a million stories. Look around you slowly, lazily, letting your gaze drift and float like a feather caught in a gentle draft, moving from the rich, dark wood of the floor to the towering, endless shelves that seem to reach up, up, up into the very heavens of the stain. Night. The air here is thick, visible, almost golden, filled with the soft, glowing haze of the firelight that bathes everything in a warm, supernatural radiance. Focus your attention on the great stone hearth, the beating heart of this room, where the fire burns with a steady, rhythmic, hypnotic pulse. The flames are not wild, but tamed, dancing slowly, gracefully twisting and twirling in a silent ballet of orange and gold. Watch how the light flickers, shimmers, and trembles, casting long, stretching shadows that play across the Persian rugs, moving softly, shifting gently, like phantom dancers, swaying to a music that only they can hear. The logs, ancient oak and cedar, are glowing with a deep, intense heat, cracking softly, popping gently, releasing tiny sparks that float upward, drifting, rising, vanishing into the blackened chimney like tiny prayers ascending to the stars. The light from the fire is liquid fluid pouring out across the room like warm honey coating the leather armchairs, the heavy oak tables and the brass lamps in a layer of shimmering golden peace. In this warm, illuminated air, you can see millions of tiny dust motes floating, suspending, drifting in the shafts of light. They are like microscopic stars wandering aimlessly, timelessly, caught in the slow, unseen currents of the room. Watch them dance, watch them spin, watch them hover in the stillness. They do not hurry, they do not rush. They simply exist, floating in the eternal, now shimmering as they catch the firelight, turning from gold to silver and back to gold again. It is a mesmerizing, hypnotic display of the microscopic universe, a reminder that even the smallest things in this world are beautiful, peaceful, and perfect in their own way. You are like one of those dust motes, weightless, burdenless, floating freely in the vast, safe space of the library, supported by the air, supported by the silence, supported by the night. Your gaze drifts further, wandering over to the shelves, the endless towering shelves that line every wall, creating a fortress of paper and ink. They are made of dark, polished mahogany, gleaming softly in the low light, smelling of wax and old forests. On these shelves rest the books, thousands upon thousands of them, standing shoulder to shoulder in silent camaraderie. Look at their spines, a tapestry of colors and textures faded by time. Deep crimsons, midnight blues, forest greens, and rich, earthy browns. Some are cracked and worn, their leather peeling softly like the bark of an ancient tree. Others are bound in cloth that has softened to the touch of velvet. Gold lettering, faded but still shimmering faintly, glints in the firelight, spelling out titles of forgotten lore, of histories long past, of dreams dreamt by people who are now dust. See how the light plays upon the gold leaf, making it sparkle, making it shine, making it shimmer, like distant treasure buried in a deep, dark cave. These books are sleeping, resting, waiting. They do not demand to be read. They are content to simply be, to add their weight, their scent, their presence to the room. They absorb the silence, they absorb the peace, and they radiate a sense of profound, ancient wisdom. Imagine the texture of those books, the rough grain of the leather, the smooth coolness of the paper, the delicate, fragile edges of the pages. They are heavy with words, heavy with meaning. But here in the dim light, they are just shapes, just colors, just parts of the beautiful, comforting tapestry that surrounds you. Now let your eyes wander to the windows, those tall, arched portals that separate the sanctuary from the storm. The glass is old, wavy, imperfect, distorting the world outside into a blur of wet, dark shapes. Against this glass, the rain is painting a masterpiece of water and light. Watch the droplets as they strike the pane, flattening, shimmering, and then sliding down, slipping down, trailing down in long silver ribbons. They merge and separate, flowing like tears of joy, washing the window clean over and over again. The light from the fire reflects in the wet glass, creating a double image, a ghost fire burning out in the rain, a beacon of warmth in the cold, wet night. The rain does not want to come in. It only wants to touch the glass, to tap against it, to sing its lullaby to the room inside. The shadows in the corners of the room are deep, velvety, and inviting. They are not empty darkness, but a rich, thick substance, a blanket of indigo and charcoal that softens the edges of the room, making the library feel limitless, boundless, eternal. The corners seem to stretch away into infinity, blurring the line between the room and the universe. In those shadows there is only peace, only quiet, only the hushed stillness of the night. The light from the fire fights a gentle, losing battle against these shadows, pushing them back only to have them creep forward again, a slow, rhythmic tide of light and dark breathing with the room breathing with you. Notice the objects scattered around the room, resting on the tables and the mantelpiece. An old brass globe, dull and tarnished, spinning silently on its axis, mapping a world that no longer exists. A quill pen resting in a crystal inkwell, the feathers soft and white, waiting for a hand that will never come. A pair of reading glasses folded neatly, reflecting the firelight in their round lenses. These objects are frozen in time, caught in a moment of eternal pause. They are grounded, heavy, real. They anchor you to this space, reminding you that you are here, you are solid, you are safe. The light caresses them, highlighting their curves, their edges, their stillness. Everything in this room is at rest. Everything has stopped. The clock on the wall ticks, but the hands do not seem to move. Time itself has curled up on the rug, in front of the fire, and gone to sleep. The atmosphere is thick with visual beauty, a painting come to life, a dream made solid. The colors are warm and muted, amber, ochre, sepia, burgundy, colors of the earth, colors of the fall, colors of sleep. There is no harshness here, no bright glaring lights to hurt your eyes. Everything is soft, filtered, diffused. It is a visual lullaby, a feast for the eyes that tires them, soothes them, weighs them down with beauty. You feel a heavy, sweet drowsiness washing over you as you look at the fire, at the books, at the rain. The images begin to blur, to soften, to merge into one another. The fire becomes a pool of liquid gold. The books become a wall of comfort. The rain becomes a curtain of silver lace. You're floating now, visually drifting through this space, weightless and free. You can float up to the high shelves hovering near the ceiling, looking down at the warm, glowing nest below. You can drift over to the window, pressing your face against the cool glass, watching the rain fall in the dark garden outside. You can float into the fire, feeling its warmth but not its heat, bathing in the golden light. You are everywhere and nowhere, a spirit of the library, a part of the silence. The beauty of this place enters your soul, filling the empty spaces with light and peace, pushing out the grey, dull images of the day, replacing them with the shimmering, glowing, timeless visions of the ancient library. And as you drift, and as you float, and as you watch the shimmering dust and the dancing fire, you feel the pull of sleep getting stronger, deeper, heavier. The visual world is fading slowly, gently, like a watercolor painting left out in the rain, the colors running together, the shapes losing their form, dissolving into a soft, warm, comforting blur. Now the night settles into a rhythm, a steady, pulsing, beating rhythm that echoes the beating of your own heart. Everything in the library begins to move in circles, in cycles, in loops of comfort and peace. Listen to the rain again. Listen to how it repeats itself over and over and over again. It falls, it hits the glass, it slides down. It falls, it hits the glass, it slides down. There is no change, no surprise, no variation. Just the falling, the hitting, the sliding. Falling, hitting, sliding. Falling, hitting, sliding. It is a mantra of nature, a chant of the water whispered endlessly against the ancient walls. The rain is faithful. The rain is constant. The rain is here. And it will be here falling, 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 washing the world in sound, washing your mind in silence. Listen to the fire. It too has a rhythm, a song that it sings to the darkness. Crackle, pop, hiss. Crackle, pop, hiss. The flames rise and fall, breathing like a living creature. They lick the air, they taste the wood, they glow with a deep, pulsing amber light. Burning, burning, burning. Warming, warming, warming. The heat radiates out in waves, gentle waves, invisible waves, touching your face, touching your hands, touching your soul. You can feel the warmth pulsing against your skin, a soft caress that comes and goes, synchronized with the beating of the fire. The logs break apart softly, crumbling into glowing embers, shifting, settling, resting. Every sound from the hearth is a signal to your body. Rest now, sleep now, let go now. And in the quiet spaces between the rain and the fire, hear the sound of the books. Imagine a hand, an invisible, gentle hand, turning the pages of an ancient tome. Swish, rustle, hush. The page lifts, curves, and falls. Swish, rustle, hush. Over and over. The sound of paper brushing against paper. The sound of dry leaves scuttling on a stone path. Turning, turning, turning. The stories are being told to the air, whispered to the shadows. Chapter after chapter, page after page, word after word. There is no rush to finish, no need to understand the plot. Just the sound, the texture, the rhythm of the turning page. It is a sound that smells of vanilla, a sound that feels like velvet. It lulls you, it soothes you, it rocks you back and forth in the cradle of the library. Breathe with the room. Inhale the scent of old paper and wood smoke. Exhale the tension of the day. In and out, in and out. Rising and falling, rising and falling. Your chest moves in time with the fire, in time with the rain. You are part of this cycle now. You are not separate from the library. You are woven into its fabric. Your breath is the wind in the chimney. Your heartbeat is the ticking of the grandfather clock. Your heavy eyelids are the closing covers of a book. Everything is connected. Everything is one. Everything is repeating, repeating, repeating. The shadows lengthen and contract, lengthen and contract. They stretch out from under the tables, reaching for the light, then retreat back into the gloom. Stretching, reaching, retreating. Stretching, reaching, retreating. It is a slow, hypnotic dance, a visual echo of your own breathing. The light dims and brightens, dims and brightens. The world is rocking you. The room is holding you. The chair is embracing you. You are sinking deeper, 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 down through the layers of thought. Down through the layers of worry, down through the layers of time, deeper, 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 into the soft, warm, dark center of the earth. Focus on the word sleep. Say it in your mind. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Let the word float like a bubble, shimmering and iridescent. Sleep. Let it drift through your consciousness. Sleep. Let it wrap around you like a heavy quilt. Sleep. The rain says it. Sleep. The fire says it. Sleep. The turning pages whisper it. Sleep. It is the only word that matters. It is the only destination. There is nowhere else to go. There is nothing else to do. Just this word. Just this feeling. Just this heavy, sweet, irresistible pull of gravity dragging you down into the velvet abyss. Drifting, drifting, drifting. You are a boat on a calm river, drifting past the shelves, drifting past the fire, drifting past the windows. Floating, 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 weightless, burdenless, timeless. The current is slow, so very slow. It carries you gently, tenderly, carefully. You are precious cargo. You are a rare manuscript being transported to the vault of dreams, drifting, floating, sinking. Drifting, floating, sinking. The rhythm is hypnotic. The repetition is a key unlocking the heavy doors of your subconscious, inviting the dreams to come out and play. Feel the heaviness in your limbs, returning, doubling, tripling. Your arms are heavy, so heavy. Your legs are heavy, so heavy. Your head is heavy, so heavy. Lead and stone, stone and lead. You could not move if you wanted to, and you do not want to. You only want to stay here in this perfect stillness, in this perfect loop of comfort. Heavy, 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 warm, 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 safe, safe, safe. The words repeat in your mind, a soothing chant, a lullaby for the soul. The rain continues its endless weeping. Patter, tap, drum. Patter, tap, drum. It creates a wall of sound, a fortress of white noise. Inside the fortress there is only peace. Outside the world has ceased to exist. There is only the library, only the chair, only the fire, only you. And the rain falls, and the fire burns, and the pages turn, and you breathe, and you sleep, and the rain falls, and the fire burns, and the pages turn, and you breathe, and you sleep. The cycle is unbroken. The circle is complete. Let the repetition wash over you like waves on a shore. Wave after wave of relaxation. Wave after wave of drowsiness. Wave after wave of silence. They roll in, they crash, softly they recede. Rolling in, crashing, softly receding. Each wave takes a little more of your wakefulness away. Each wave leaves behind a little more sand of sleep. The beach of your mind is becoming smooth, empty, pristine. No footprints, no debris, just the smooth, wet sand and the rhythm of the tide. In and out, back and forth, back and forth. The books on the shelves seem to lean closer, whispering their stories in a language you don't need to understand. Murmuring, muttering, mumbling, a soft, low hum of voices that blends with the rain. They are telling you that it is okay to let go. They are telling you that the story continues without you. They are telling you to rest, whispering, whispering, whispering. The sound is like a thick, soft blanket being pulled up to your chin. Warm, fuzzy, protecting. You are safe in the loop. You are safe in the rhythm. You are safe in the repetition. Nothing changes here. Nothing demands your attention. It is the same moment stretched out forever. The same second repeating eternally. A perfect frozen jewel of time. Rain, fire, books, sleep. Rain, fire, books, sleep. Rain, fire, books, sleep. Let go of the counting. Let go of the tracking. Let go of the listening. Just let the sounds wash through you. Be transparent to the sound. Let the rain pass through you. Let the warmth pass through you. Be nothing. Be empty. Be still. The repetition holds you together. The repetition keeps you safe. You are drifting deeper into the trance. Deeper into the loop. Deeper into the night. The rhythm of the night begins to stretch, to lengthen, to slow down, until it is barely a pulse, barely a movement, barely a whisper in the vast consuming silence. The library, once a room of cozy boundaries, now seems to expand, pushing its walls outward into the darkness, pushing its ceiling upward into the stars, becoming a cavernous, infinite space of quietude. Time no longer ticks. It flows like a sluggish, deep underground river, moving so slowly that it seems to be standing still. The seconds stretch into minutes, the minutes into hours, and the hours into a timeless, eternal drift, where there is no beginning and no end. You are suspended in this vastness, a tiny, peaceful speck of consciousness, floating in a universe of paper and shadow. The fire in the hearth has settled now, the dancing flames calming down into a deep, steady, pulsing glow of embers. It is no longer a lively performance, but a warm, enduring presence, a bed of garnet and ruby light that breathes slowly, oh so slowly. In and out. The heat is gentle, a constant, unchanging radiation that permeates the air, warming the silence itself. The crackling has ceased, replaced by a soft, barely audible hum of heat, a sound that is more felt than heard. The logs are turning to ash, white and soft, the snow crumbling silently, surrendering to the fire, surrendering to the peace. Watch the glow, how it deepens and fades with an agonizingly slow rhythm, like the heartbeat of a sleeping mountain. It is a light that has burned for centuries, a light that will burn for eternity. A fixed point in the shifting tides of the dark. The rain outside has transformed. It is no longer a drumming beat, but a continuous, seamless curtain of sound, a vast static hush that wraps the world in cotton. It feels distant now, miles away, separated from you by layers of stone and glass and time. It is a sound that signifies the edge of the world, the boundary beyond which nothing exists. You are here in the center, in the eye of the storm, where everything is motionless, everything is preserved, everything is still. The air in the library is still heavy with the weight of unread words and forgotten dreams. It does not move. It hangs in the space like a transparent tapestry, holding the dust motes in place, freezing them in their mid-air dance. They stop spinning, they stop drifting. They simply hang there, suspended in the amber light. Little monuments to the stillness. Look up at the shelves. They rise into the shadows, higher and higher, disappearing into the gloom above. They are like cliffs of knowledge, canyons of stories standing tall and silent against the erosion of time. The books are no longer individual objects. They have merged into a single solid mass, a wall of silence that protects you from the void. They are ancient, timeless, eternal. They have stood here while kingdoms rose and fell, while seasons changed, while stars were born and died. They offer you their stillness, their patience, their absolute lack of urgency. There is no need to read them, no need to touch them. Their mere presence is enough to weigh you down with a sense of infinite calm. They are the guardians of the quiet, the keepers of the hush. Your body feels vast, expanded, heavy, and yet weightless, as if you have merged with the chair, merged with the room, merged with the silence. The boundaries of your skin seem to dissolve, melting away into the warm air. You are the chair. You are the rug. You are the firelight. You are the shadows. You are the silence. There is no separation, no distinction. You are simply a part of this eternal moment, a part of this ancient tableau. Your breath is so slow, so shallow, so quiet, that it barely disturbs the air. You are breathing the same air that has circulated in this room for 1,000 years, breathing in the past, breathing in the peace, breathing in the stillness. The shadows in the room have stopped their dance. They have pooled in the corners, thick and deep and still. They are pools of velvet ink lakes of midnight oil, resting, waiting, sleeping. They do not threaten. They only deepen the sense of sanctuary. They are the absence of light, the absence of noise, the absence of worry. Let your mind sink into those shadows. Let your thoughts slide off the edge of the light and fall into the soft, cushioning darkness. It is a darkness that holds you, a darkness that understands you, a darkness that demands nothing from you. In this vast, shadowy library, you are anonymous, you are invisible, you are free. The concept of tomorrow fades away, dissolving like mist in the morning sun. There is no tomorrow here. There is no yesterday. There is only this long, stretched out infinite now. A moment that lasts forever. A moment where the rain never stops, the fire never dies, and you never have to wake up. The world outside is gone, erased by the rain, erased by the night. You are alone in the universe, but you are not lonely. You are enveloped in a profound, companionable solitude, accompanied by the spirits of the books, the spirit of the fire, the spirit of the rain. Every movement you might think of making feels impossible, distant, unnecessary. To lift a finger would take 1,000 years. To open your eyes would require the strength of a titan. And so you remain still, perfectly still, a statue of flesh and bone turning into a statue of peace. The heaviness in your body is comforting, a grounding force that anchors you to the center of the earth. You are a stone at the bottom of a deep, dark lake, untouched by the storms on the surface, untouched by the currents resting in the cool, dark silt of the bottom. Silent, heavy, eternal. The light from the embers paints the room in shades of deep orange and brown, a sepia photograph of a dream. The colors are muted, dull, sleepy. Even the gold on the book spines has ceased to sparkle. It merely glows with a dull, ancient luster like buried treasure that has forgotten how to shine. The visual world is shutting down, closing up shop for the night. The details are lost in the gloom. The edges are blurred. The shapes are indistinct. All that remains is the feeling of vastness, the feeling of weight. The feeling of a silence so deep it rings in your ears like a bell struck underwater. Listen to the silence behind the rain. Listen to the silence behind the fire. It is a hum, a vibration, a frequency of the universe. Om. It is the sound of existence without effort. It is the sound of being without doing. It resonates in your chest, in your head, in your soul. It aligns you with the stars, with the planets, with the slow-turning galaxies. You are vast. You are endless. You are the night sky. You are the deep ocean. You are the ancient library. Drifting through the corridors of your mind, you find empty rooms, quiet halls, dusty attics filled with peace. You wander through them slowly, aimlessly, finding nothing but rest in every corner. No clutter, no noise, just space. Vast, empty, clean, quiet space. You are exploring the architecture of sleepwalking through the cathedral of dreams. The ceiling is high, lost in shadow. The floor is soft, absorbing your footsteps. You are walking towards a door at the end of the hall, a door that leads to the deepest, darkest, most peaceful place of all. The stillness is a physical substance, now wrapping around you like a cocoon, hardening, protecting, sealing you in. You are fossilized in amber, preserved in peace. Nothing can reach you here. Nothing can disturb you here. You are safe in the arms of eternity. The library watches. The library waits. The library sleeps. And you, dear traveler, you are the library. The library is fading now. The walls are turning to mist, soft grey swirling mist that rises from the floor and descends from the ceiling, wrapping everything in a blanket of cloud. The shelves, once tall and imposing, soften their edges, dissolving into the fog, becoming shadows of shadows, memories of shapes. The books lose their titles, lose their covers, lose their weight, turning into whispers of paper, turning into white birds that fly silently away into the night. The fire is no longer a flame, but a warmth, a pure, abstract sensation of heat that exists everywhere and nowhere. The rain is no longer water, but a vibration, a frequency of peace that hums through the atoms of your being. You are no longer in a room. You are in a cocoon of safety. You are in the heart of the void. Forms dissolve. Boundaries vanish. There is no up, no down, no left, no right. There is only here. There is only now. You are unmoored, untethered, released from the gravity of the earth. You are floating in a vast, velvety ocean of darkness, a darkness that is not empty but full of rest, full of comfort, full of dreams. It is a warm darkness, thick and supporting, like swimming in a pool of ink, like floating in the womb of the universe. You are weightless. You are formless. You are pure consciousness drifting on the tides of sleep. The words are leaving you. Language is breaking down, crumbling into soft, meaningless sounds. Sentences become phrases. Phrases become words. Words become breath. You do not need to understand anymore. You do not need to think anymore. The mind is a quiet lake, smooth as glass, reflecting nothing but the deep, dark sky. Thoughts come like ripples, tiny and weak, and then they fade, smoothing out, disappearing into the stillness. Let them go. Let them fade. Let them dissolve. You are safe. You are drifting. The sensation of the body is gone. You are no longer hands or feet, arms or legs. You are a cloud. You are a breeze. You are a ray of moonlight fading into the dawn. You are expanding, spreading out, becoming thin and transparent, merging with the night. The silence is absolute. It is a silence that has mass, a silence that has texture. It feels like soft fur against your mind. It feels like cool water against your soul. You are drinking in the silence, filling the empty spaces inside you with peace. You are safe. You are drifting. Deeper and deeper you go. Past the layer of dreams, past the layer of memories, into the deep, black, silent core of sleep. It is a place of total restoration, a place of total healing. Here nothing can touch you. Here nothing can hurt you. You are protected by the void. You are cradled by the nothingness. It is so quiet, so still, so peaceful. You are simply drifting endlessly, timelessly through the velvet night. You are safe. You are drifting. Imagine you are a star, a tiny dim star in a galaxy of sleep. You are glowing faintly, pulsing slowly, drifting through the cosmos. The space around you is vast and cool. You are alone, but you are connected to everything. You are part of the great silent dance of the universe. Drifting, floating, sleeping. There is no destination. The journey is the sleep. The sleep is the journey. You are safe. You are drifting. The concept of I begins to fade. There is no I anymore. There is only being. Being still, being quiet, being asleep. The last threads of attachment to the waking world are severed gently, softly. You are free. You are floating away. You are gone. The library is a dream you had a long time ago. The rain is a memory of a sound. The fire is a memory of warmth. Now there is only the deep, sweet, heavy embrace of the void. You are safe. You are drifting. Everything is soft. Everything is slow. Everything is heavy. Sinking down, sinking down, sinking down. Like a stone falling through water. Falling slowly. Falling gently. Falling forever. Down into the dark. Down into the quiet. Down into the rest. You are safe. You are drifting. The darkness wraps you tighter. It covers your eyes. It covers your ears. It covers your mind. It is a blanket of lead, heavy and warm. It presses you down into the mattress of oblivion. You surrender to it. You welcome it. You love it. Sleep is a friend. Sleep is a lover. Sleep is home. You are safe. You are drifting, floating, drifting, sinking, sleeping. You are safe. You are drifting. Hush now. Quiet now. Still now. The world is gone. The light is gone. The sound is gone. There is only this peace, this silence, this sleep. Deep, 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 endless, endless, endless. Safe, safe, safe. You are safe. You are drifting, drifting, sleeping.